So what is Fibonacci? Why are so many traders talking about it? And why is it so important? Stick around, we're gonna break it down. All right, so what is Fibonacci? Fibonacci is nothing more than a term that was given to the Italian mathematician Leonardo Pisano. He basically dubbed this term from his mathematical sequence that you see across the screen here, beginning with the number 0. What it does is it adds the next number 1, right? So you got 0 and 1. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 plus 5 equals 8. 8 plus 5 equals 13. 13 plus 8 equals 21. 21 plus 13 equals 34, etc. All right. So why is this Fibonacci sequence even important? Basically, I discovered Fibonacci a couple of years ago when I started learning Forex, and this sequence directly applies to harmonics. If anybody out there is familiar with like pattern trading, basically all of these ratios that we trade is based off Fibonacci sequences. All right. So if you take a look at these graphics that I'm putting across the screen right now, you see Fibonacci ratios actually show up throughout nature, throughout our existence. All right, so this sequence is much more than just some random code of numbers. All right, it seems to be the natural code of existence. Basically, it's the mathematical sequence that nature uses to create. All right, like my hand here, my hand uses a Fibonacci sequence. All of our hands do. The length of our phalanges, our hand, our wrists, our elbows, that entire ratio has a mathematical sequence to it, whether you believe it or whether you know it or not. Okay, so why is this even important? Okay, so basically, if you're going to call yourself a trader out here in the market, you need a game plan, you need an approach. And so when you learn how to use Fibonacci to make trading decisions and figure out what's happening in the market next, it's going to take your trading skill to an entirely different level. All right, so I don't want to get too deep into the specifics of Fibonacci. I just want to break down how these ratios can actually be used to profit in the market. Okay, so take a look at this Fibonacci chart. Okay, what you'll notice from this chart is that it has a few lines, and at the end of those lines you'll see the sequence codes. Okay, so you'll probably see 23.8, you'll see the 50.0, you'll see 61.8, and you'll also see 78.6. all right, if you keep going you'll see 886 and then 100. So why are these sequences even important? Okay, so if you go back to the first illustration I put on the screen with the Fibonacci sequence, those numbers that you see on this Fibonacci retracement tool, which is what it's called, these numbers fall into that sequence, ironically. Okay, so it's not, like I said, it's not just some random numbers that we're just like putting on our charts here. These numbers represent something drastic. Okay, when you learn how to use these Fibonacci tools, you will notice that at each of those levels, the 23.8, the 50%, the 61.8, the 786, the 886, you'll notice that these levels, you'll notice that the market tend to stall out at these price levels, or kind of reverse, right? So it's kind of like levels in the market where invisible walls are, but these are just support and resistance levels. So you want to kind of learn how to understand like the importance of Fibonacci and how these ratios can be directly applied to your trading approach and make you become a more profitable trader. If you want to go deeper into the specifics, I definitely dropped the link for y'all in the description. Check it out. It's going to go more into Fibonacci for those of you who care more about the science of it. But people who care more about it to learn how they can trade, understand that it's nothing difficult. It's simply just a sequence. Fibonacci is the name of that sequence, and we use specific numbers in that Fibonacci sequence to help us determine what to do in the market next, where we're expecting reversal points to be, where pattern sequences are going to be completing, etc. So I just want to do this video real quick. I hope it was helpful. I hope I pretty much got you a little bit of information of what this Fibonacci thing is. Like I said, nothing complicated. Figure it out fast, learn these patterns, and figure out how you can use them in the Forex market to be a much more profitable trader. That's it for this one, y'all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one.